So if there are over 11,000, maybe over 16,000 people groups in the world, and if 6,000 to 7,000 of them are still unreached, meaning the gospel has not yet gone to the majority of people in that people group, not even just majority. I think about the Hori people in India, far eastern India. They have about 8 million people in that people group, and they have little to no followers of Jesus. Like right now, if you were to look, the official stats would say 0.0 followers of Jesus among 8 million people. So why is that important for every single Christian? Why is that important for every single follower of Christ, no matter where you are in the world? Here's why. Jesus has given us a clear command in the Great Commission. He has said, make disciples of all the nations. So that's not just a general command to make disciples among as many people as possible. That is a specific command to make disciples among all the ethne, all the ethnic groups, among all the people groups. So we, as a church, have been commanded as Christians to make disciples among all the people groups in the world. That means if there's one people group where the gospel is not yet gone, we have a clear command from Jesus. This is not an option. It is a clear command for us to take the gospel to them. And so Jesus has commanded us, when we see 6,000 to 7,000 people groups that have little to no knowledge of the gospel, access to the gospel, we as Christians have been called to change that. We have been called to pray for that to change. Matthew 9:37 and 38, Jesus says, ask the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into his harvest field. We pray for the spread of the gospel to the unreached. We give for the spread of the gospel to the unreached. We give our resources to support missionaries getting the gospel to them, resources that might be able to, that people group might have access to through technology. We work to get the gospel to them. We send missionaries. We open all of our lives up to the possibility God could lead any one of us to go take the gospel to them. We work together as the church to get the gospel to them. One, because Jesus has commanded us to, and two, because, well, there's so many reasons. Two, because doesn't the compassion of Christ just compel us to? Like these are people who right now are on a road that leads to an eternal hell. And nobody's even told them how to go to heaven. Like, don't we want them to know how to go to heaven? Like, we want that to change. We want them to know how Christ will save them from their sins when they trust in him. And ultimately we go because we know Revelation chapter 5 makes clear that Jesus has purchased people for God from every nation, tribe, tongue, language, every people group in the world. He loves them all. He deserves glory from them all. We know Revelation chapter 7 says one day a multitude that no one can count from every nation, tribe, tongue, and people will gather around his throne and sing his praises. Like, Jesus deserves their glory. And the false gods that are being worshipped, all these people groups don't deserve glory. So you think about all kinds of different religions where all kinds of false gods are being worshipped. They don't deserve glory. Jesus deserves glory from every people group in the world. He didn't just die for one type of people. He died for every type of person. So we go with urgency. We pray with urgency. We give with urgency. We work as the Church of Jesus Christ. Every one of us is followers of Christ with urgency because we want to see all the people groups of the world reached with the gospel of Jesus Christ.